Radharani from Kyrgyzstan, y'all. Okay, look, a lot of us are going through problems, difficulties, right? We're having turmoils in life. We're having a lot of issues. Well, look, we got a solution for you guys. Just like we strengthen our bodies, you know, we're all about that. We strengthen our bodies through exercise, right? So there's one way to strengthen our spiritual life, our minds, and that is by reading books. Oh, yeah! Beautiful. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay, bro, salute! So when you're in turmoil or in a crisis, a moment of your life where, you know, you need a solution. So what we require is knowledge. We want to know why it's happening to us. We want to know how to get out of it, how to overcome these obstacles that we're facing. So that knowledge is contained within these books of Srila Prabhupada, within the Bhagavad Gita, within Srimad Bhagavatam, and all the answers are there. So whenever we're in any condition of turmoil, if you turn to these books and you open them, it's really wonderful. It's like they have a mind of their own. It's like they're living, they're conscious. So even when you pray and you say, please, I need an answer to this problem that I'm having, and you open the book to a random page, you will get an answer. You can try it for yourself. Absolutely. Like personally, for me, I can speak from experience. You know, whenever I've been through problems in life, tough times, I've always turned, because of our father. Our father always taught us, read Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is like a pillar in life. It's non-different to Krishna. So I would read Bhagavatam for 2 hours, 3 hours, just immerse myself. Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Bhagavat. I love Chaitanya Bhagavat. It's an ocean of nectar. So if you guys are looking for a good book on the side, Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Oh my goodness, such sweetness. So yeah, I would turn to these two books in specific, and I would just read for 2-3 hours, immersing myself. And honestly, I would come out a different person. It's kind of like dipping into Lake Isikul. They say that whatever problems and diseases you have, if you take a dip in this Lake Isikul in Kyrgyzstan, the lake completely absorbs and takes away all the problems, and you come out with a fresh, new, refreshed, strong, energized body, which is pretty cool. So it's the same with Bhagavatam. It's the same with Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita. You got to read. And when you immerse yourself in the nectar of the ocean of those literatures, you will come out with all the solutions, and you will come out stronger. You'll come out with knowledge, with sambandha. You can create a sambandha, a relationship with Krishna based on who you are and who God is, right? Anyways, so yeah, that's what I recommend. I did it myself, and all the problems I had vanished. And more than not even vanished, but it just gave me the strength to go through those problems. And that's what books do, especially our books by Srila Prabhupada. That was a beautiful, beautiful description. Well done. I love that. That Lake Isikul thing was just spot on. Well done. I mean, that's what we did, right? Today morning, we prayed to Lake Isikul and said, help us heal our bodies so we can serve better. I mean, we need all the mercy and help. Yeah, so similarly, we need all the mercy and help for our consciousness, our perspective. And that's one thing that came to my mind, is which is that, like any problems that you have, the only thing that you can really change is how you look at it. You can't really change the obstacle, but the only thing you can change is the perspective. And the perspective is given to us by the books. Absolutely. Now, my favorite go-to book right now is Srimad Bhagavatam. And the reason is because there are such tasteful stories in there which we can relate to. I mean, 5,000 years ago, kings, these legendary kings with so much power, they had the same problems that we have now. Incredible. That we have today. Yeah. So to be able to connect to those stories, to those personalities, to those kings and rishis who had these problems, and watch them solve their problems using the Vedic knowledge, using Bhakti Yoga, you know, it gives us hope and inspires us to also take those very principles that they applied in their lives and apply it in our lives. Right. And it's beautiful. It's so simple. King Chitraketu's story. I mean, look, he's the king of the world, and he had 1 million wives. 1 million. That's right, 1 million. That's a lot of wives. Each wife had a beautiful face, beautiful body, and spoke beautifully to him. He had no problems except one. He didn't have a son. So he needed a son, and for that he was crying and lamenting. It's like he had the whole world, but still he was unsatisfied. And he learned at the end of the day, the only thing that can satisfy him is Krishna Bhakti.
Right.
So similarly, we have such situations in our lives where we seemingly have everything. We're in Isikul, where we're laying down on the beach, we're with our family, but still something is missing. And Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us that's the relationship with Krishna, which my brother was talking about.
Sabandha.
So we got to reestablish that relationship through reading the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Books are the basis. Prabhupada always says, purity is the force, books are the basis. And association is also very important.
Hey, wait, and what does association mean? When you're reading the books, you're associating with Srila Prabhupada himself, his writings, his thoughts.
Ecstasies.
His ecstasies.
His spiritual life.
Yeah.
That's it. So we're associating, we're getting, we're strengthening our foundation, our knowledge. It's like when you have a house, right? If it's a weak foundation, it's going to collapse. But when it's a strong foundation, when the hurricanes and tornadoes come about, the house, it stays steady. So similarly in life, right? Life's going to throw so many things at us, right? Turmoils, this problem, that problem, relationships, heartbreaks, financial issues. But if you have a strong base, a base full of knowledge, of sambandha, of who you are, your relationship with Krishna, where this relationship is taking place, which is the material world, right? This world is where this relationship is taking place. And what is this world meant for? Reformation. For us to realize who we are and we're connected to the Supreme, what our relationship with the Supreme is. So when you have a strong base, the turmoils and all the problems, they won't shake us. We're going to be steady like a rock, like a mountain. Speaking of mountains, look at that. That's a beautiful mountain over there. Kyrgyzstan is gorgeous.
I think that's it. One thing I wanted to add about association and how we can find Prabhupada's association, but more importantly, why? Now, whenever we have problems in the material sphere, the material world, what do most people do? They go to therapists. They go to therapy and they tell these therapists their problems, and they expect these therapists to solve their problems and help them solve their problems. Well, we're going to teach you something right now. You don't have to spend so much money. Once you get Srimad Bhagavatam and Srila Prabhupada's books, then you can have that 1 hour of time with Prabhupada and treat him like your therapist and ask him the questions to your problems and why you're having so much suffering in this world. And Srila Prabhupada will be your therapist for free. You just have to get the book.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so just put a timer on for 1 hour and tell the book your problems and then read the solutions. Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, guys, I mean, recently my latest book I read was Sarva Hridayam Mayam. Oh, it was a fantastic book. It's about the journey of Durvasa Muni and Ambrisha Maharaj. Again, a story from Bhagavatam. And Shivaram Swami, the author, has basically just elaborated more on the story. And guys, give it a read. So speaking of books, we'll just give you 3-4 tips, to help your daily reading. I promise you, whatever turmoils, whatever problems you're going through, you will go through them. You will even find solutions for them if you start reading. Tip number 1, guys, books are beautiful, they smell great, but sometimes they're heavy. So there's things called database, and the devotees have actually transcribed all these books and put them all up on the internet. So literally all you need is your phone or your Kindle. You can travel the whole world, wink wink, what we do. And we just have our Kindles and our phones, and we literally can go through thousands of pages of nectar just by going on database. You can even download the books. So we'll put the link down below. All right, so check that out. Tip number 2, try to, find a quiet place to read. Try to, just be absorbed, right? Just like with chanting, you got to be absorbed and attentive. So with reading as well, you got to really be present. Try to soak in and reflect what the book is trying to teach you, what the writing is trying to say. Also, a third tip, which we'd like to do, is something called as nididhyasan, which basically means reflecting on what you have just read. So keep reading till you find something that kind of rings a bell or resonates with you. Then hold on to that point, kind of like reflect on it and write it down. When you write it down, think about how you can apply it to your life, how it relates to your situation, and you'll see it works miracles. So try that out.
All right, guys, now comment down below something that has stood out to you during the week from your readings. So whatever book you've been reading, just comment down below. We want to read. We want to see what has helped you guys so far in your week. You know, what point has stuck with you? What has touched your heart? So yeah, guys, comment down below. We're gonna read it, and then we're gonna reply to your comments.
Yeah, we'd love to interact with you guys, get to know you guys as well. You know, we're grateful for all the love and blessings you guys always shower us with. So we'd love to, you know, get to know you guys. So please write down a book you've been reading this week, or perhaps a realization or something that's stood out to you, something that struck your heart during your readings. And if you plan to read, tell us what you plan to read. Right, Yogi?
Yep.
Any last words, brother?
Yes. Bhakti bros.
Salute. And by the way, my brother is an excellent writer. For those of you that don't know, he's a writer. He has many projects coming up, so stay posted. We're gonna share on YouTube his writings. You'll be mind blown. For my birthday, he wrote me a personal book about the holy names. So send him your prayers and love, and look forward to his work. Ladi Sham.